Hey guys, Jonah here. A lot is going on today. Yeah, I'm gonna be releasing a few videos. Yeah, I thought I'd do a cheeky beer review as well, along with obviously the beer advent videos are starting today as well. It's gonna be a crazy month. The other weird thing is I looked at Untapped. Why don't you hook up with me on Untapped if you're watching this? It's Unclejona, obviously. Um, yeah, last month I drank 105 beers, um, which is, yeah, unusual for me to crack 100, but that's what happened. Um, so there's a couple of things that on Untapped, obviously, you want to do 1,000 beers, which I've done. I've done 2,000 now. The next big thing is, I guess, 5,000 beers. And then 10,000 is, you're an alcoholic if you hit 10,000 beers. And I've noticed a lot of people that have hit 10,000 beers have only been a member for like 3 or 4 years. And when you do the maths, basically, it's impossible. You're a liar. There is no way you could have had 10,000 beers in 3 years or even 5 years is pushing it. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, that's a lot of beers. 2,000 beers a year is kind of about 5 beers a day, every day for 5 years. It's just, yeah, it's not really possible. If you've been on Untapped for a long time, like 10 years plus, fair enough. Yeah, you can probably do that, but it's still a huge commitment. Um, but yeah, 100 beers in a month or plus 100 beers in a month, that's proper good going for me anyway. Maybe not for you guys. And oh, I don't just mean 100 beers, random beers. I mean 100 different beers. So that all the beers that I drink regularly, like things like Guinness, I guess, it only counts once. So if you have to drink loads and loads of different beers, which is why I'm drinking a different beer today. And this is a collab beer that was part of my birthday box, actually, that I put together in August. Cherry Bakewell beer, I think. It is a pale ale at 4.7. The camera won't focus. There we go. And there are some cherry bakewells on this young lady here, which is always good to see. 4.7%, and it is Northern Monk, obviously, but they've teamed up with Brew York. So two of the real big hitters have basically done something that's Yorkshire, basically. Crazy stuff. Cherry Bakewell tart. That's just chuffing terrific, or Cherrific, if you read it properly. We have got some oats in here. We've got wheat malt, so yeah, wheat and oats. Tick tick, check check. Um, I'm trying to work out if it's actually hard to read that stupid thing because of the colours. I'm trying to work out if it's got actual cherries in there. Can you see that? Gluten, oats, stuff, flavouring. Is that right? Oh, Jesus, my eyes are doing funny things, and the focus on this bad boy is rubbish. Hops, yeast, natural flavourings, basically. Oh, that was tough anyway. But I like the thing. When I saw this at first, I thought that was some sort of chicken with big eyes. You know how chicken have big eyes? That's what I thought it was. But nice light beer to start the day. Sunday, as it is. Everyone takes the mick because I say Sunday instead of Sunday. Sunday. Don't know how people say it, but I say Sunday. There we go. Nice glass here, as usual. Wow, looks cherry, looks proper cherry. This bad boy has been in the fridge for a couple of days, so try and force a little bit of head because it doesn't look like there's much head coming in. And I've managed to encourage just over a finger's head. Wow, look at that. That's amazing. A little bit hazy, have to say. It's not super clear, but there's a nice, I was going to say white head, but it's not. It's pink. That colouring or whatever they use to make it go that colour has definitely done something, yeah, to the head as well. Right, let us do that. Cherry Bakewell, you bad boy. You know how we roll. Right. Whoa. So we're getting that juiciness. We're getting that cherry, obviously. Cherry flavouring. Not. There's something else there, and it's not vanilla. Hmm. It's a bit detergenty. That's easy for me to say. I haven't had any beers. It's still the morning time. Yeah, like a detergent thing on the nose. And there is a little bit of herb spice kind of thing. I'm guessing that's coming from the villa. It doesn't taste or it doesn't smell. Getting ahead of myself. But your nose does kind of begin the tasting process, shall we say. Um, Going to be interesting. Right, let's crack into this. Before I do that, if you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. Give me a thumbs up anyway, because this is going to be an amazing beer. Cheers and beers to you all, and happy December. Really nice and smooth initially. Then it descends into sort of cherry, a little bit tart. Then we've got the kind of spices and the kind of biscuity, smooth malt. Because it got oat in it too, kind of molds everything together in a weird way. But that's what I like sometimes, a weird way. We even have a really nice straight centipede type line. Look, there's even a head. Look, there's his head today. The hungry caterpillar. But no, it's a centipede. Yeah, there's a lot of creaminess going on there. So this is where the oats and the vanilla are meeting together. So you got that creaminess, but it's kind of giving, yeah, like a custardy kind of custard cream thing. I don't know if you put custard on Bakewell tarts, but I guess this is meant to be reminiscent of the kind of icing, perhaps. Um, yeah, I don't know if do cherry Bakewells have vanilla in extract. Down here, I've had them before, but I can't remember. I remember they're very cherry, but I don't remember that. Yeah, necessarily they've got vanilla. I've never made one. Put it that way. Right, let's go in for seconds. Oh, so again, very clean, crisp as you're drinking. Then it hits you with that little. That's that chemically sort of weird thing, which must be the flavoring. Then it descends into a kind of tart, but it's not tart, super tart, and it's not super sweet. It's kind of in the middle, but it's definitely sharp cherry taste. And then Franz Ferdinand. Everything kind of develops. By the way, that's one of my Terry Wogan kind of things. Yeah, rubbish, isn't it? I had to tell you what it was. Um, yeah, then it descends into the kind of crust and the when you're eating a tart, obviously you bite into it and you have some of the top bit, the crust, the icing on the top. Then you have the filling, obviously, but you also have the crumbliness of the case, the pie case. Ooh, and it's mince pie season, kind of. I know it's not proper Christmas. Well, I don't know. What do you count as proper Christmas? Christmas doesn't really start until St. Nicholas Day, which is the 6th of December, and that's when Christmas starts properly in our house. However, we're doing Advent, and that starts on the 1st. I was out yesterday, and it was still November, and there were loads of Christmas things. There was a Christmas market on. There was all Christmas, 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 and it wasn't even December. What? Very crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I really wanted to say this was a fantastic beer, and it is. It's a good beer, but it's a little bit too chemically for my liking. Mm, why they didn't use like some sort of actual cherry derivative? I mean, it says natural cherry flavoring or something. Um, but yeah, why didn't they use a cherry syrup or something like that? They could have made their own. I don't know. Maybe they did. Um, Hmm. And cherry stones are quite good. You can use a spice if you rub it. Get the cherry stones, dry them, toast them, and then scrape them. That is actually cherry stone is a thing that's used in Middle Eastern cooking quite a bit. You could have put some of that in there. It's a little bit like cherry sweets or cherry syrup, cough syrup. That you want to be kind of cherry, but it's not cherry enough. That's kind of what I'm saying about this. There we go. Lovely lacing on the glass. That top one, which was originally quite fat, the fat centipede has kind of had some DDT put on it or something. Um, but obviously we've got lovely, lovely foam lines, which is always a good thing to see. This has been your loving Uncle Jonna, drinking some of the backlog of beers that have kind of formed. And like I say, this month is going to be beer crazy, especially for the recordings. I'm probably not going to go to the pub so much, although being a beer reviewer and a beer judge, there are certain beer parties and things like that going on. So I might descend into a couple of those. We'll see. Um, but yeah, December is a kind of busy time for doing beer reviews. I'm only doing the one beer advent this year. I know a couple of years ago I did two beer advent calendars simultaneously. So just from that alone, I was drinking two beers every day for the whole month, basically. Well, up until Christmas anyway. Um, yeah, not sure what else is going. I'm still umming and ahhing about whether to get the Vocation Christmas box. The reason why, I think I said to you before, dear viewer, is it's gone up in price quite a bit. There's been a big hike. The beers aren't so good. They're not so strong, in my opinion. There are a couple of strong ones in there, but some of them are just meh. They're just normal beers. They've thrown two glasses in, which I don't really want. One glass is enough. Um, yeah, and there wasn't really any decent kind of Black Friday things from Vocation, in my opinion, which is a real shame. I will be drinking a tribute to one of the fallen heroes, my best buddy. That's on the 23rd, so look forward to that. I am going to probably be getting super drunk on that day, so why don't you tune in, put it in your diary, and all that kind of jazz. Anyway, I'm waxing lyrical, and it's still quite early. I've got many more videos to do. You take care of yourself. Please take care of other people. It's Sunday, so you can still drink, and you don't have to worry about going to work until tomorrow. And don't panic, because I'm going to be back. Well, I'm going to be back later on today with another review, but I'll be back drinking beer on this channel sometime very soon.